What would happen if the paper in your wallet suddenly meant nothing? If your savings could buy only a loaf of bread or nothing at all? Throughout history, every empire, every government, and every generation has asked the same question. When money fails, what survives? Today, we decode the hidden system that keeps your wealth alive when currency collapses. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your money is worthless. Not lost, not stolen, just meaningless. Like monopoly money. What would you do? Where would you go? How would you survive? This isn't science fiction. It's happened before. And it's happening right now in parts of our world. Today, we're going to walk through 3 different scenarios where money stops working. And by the end, you'll understand the one thing that survives every single collapse. Let's begin. The disaster scenario. Picture this. A hurricane tears through your town, trees everywhere, roads blocked, no electricity, no internet, no cell service. You walk to the gas station. Your car needs fuel. You pull out your credit card. The cashier shakes their head. The machine is dead. No power means no card readers. You check your banking app. Nothing loads. You try to call your bank. No signal. Here's what just happened. Your digital money, all those numbers in your bank account, they're still there, but they might as well be on the moon. You can't reach them. You can't use them. What actually works? In this moment, only one type of money works: physical cash. But here's the trick nobody tells you. If you walk in with a $100 bill, the cashier will probably say no. Why? Because they don't have change. In a disaster, everyone hoards their small bills. So you need 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. The smaller, the better. Think of it like this. After a disaster, your $100 bill is like showing up to buy candy with a gold brick. Nobody can break it. What doesn't work your stocks? Useless. Sure, you might own 1,000 shares of Apple, but your broker needs internet to sell them. The bank needs internet to send you money. None of that exists right now. Cryptocurrency, even worse. Bitcoin needs the internet. It needs exchanges. It needs power. In a blackout, your crypto is trapped in a digital prison you can't access. Gold bars? People laugh at this one, but it's true. Try buying gas with a gold bar. The station owner doesn't have a scale. They don't know if it's real gold or painted lead. They don't want your shiny metal. They want cash they can use tomorrow. The timeline. Here's the thing about disasters. They end. After Hurricane Helene, people started accepting credit cards again after 1 week. Power came back. Internet returned. The dollars that seemed trapped became useful again. Disasters are scary, but they're temporary. The system bends, but it doesn't break. But what if it did break? What if the problem wasn't your town, but your entire economy? The slow collapse. Let me tell you about a nightmare that happens while you're awake. You go to the grocery store. Bread costs $5 today. You come back tomorrow. Same bread, now $10. You come back next week. $20. Next month, $100. This is called hyperinflation. And it's not made up. It happened in Germany in the 1920s. People carried wheelbarrows of cash to buy bread. It happened in Argentina in the 2000s. It's happening in Venezuela and Zimbabwe right now. In the worst cases, money loses half its value every single day. Imagine you have $100 today. Tomorrow, it buys what $50 bought yesterday. Next week, your $100 can buy what $1 bought last week. Your savings, gone, not stolen, just evaporated like water in the sun. The psychology of collapse. When this happens, people panic. They stop trusting their own money. They rush to stores and buy everything. Toilet paper, canned food, batteries. Not because they need it all right now, but because tomorrow their money will be worth even less. Some people max out their credit cards, buying stuff they can trade later. Because why pay back $100,000 next year when that same $100,000 will barely buy a sandwich? What holds value? Here's where things get interesting. Crypto might actually work here. Bitcoin isn't tied to any country's money. So when the dollar collapses, Bitcoin doesn't collapse with it. Your coin that was worth 36 cents yesterday might be worth $300 tomorrow. But, and this is a big but, only if the internet still works, only if the power stays on, only if the whole system doesn't fail. Gold also holds value. Unlike paper money, you can't print more gold. But gold has the same problem as before. Try buying groceries with it. You need someone to test it, weigh it, and trust it. That's not easy when everything is falling apart. The real economy. When money becomes unreliable, people return to something ancient. Trading. You fix my roof. I give you vegetables from my garden. I know how to sew. You know how to weld. We help each other. Not with money, but with skills and stuff. This isn't romantic. It's exhausting. Trading takes time. It requires trust. You need to find someone who has what you want and wants what you have. It's like trying to solve a puzzle where the pieces keep changing shape. But people do it. They do it because they have to survive. The question that changes everything. During partial collapse, one question becomes more important than any other. Who will help you when you have nothing left to trade? A welder can trade their skills. A farmer can trade their food. But what about the elderly, the sick, the children? What about people who have nothing valuable to offer? This is where we discover something uncomfortable. Money was never really the foundation of survival. It was just a tool, a convenience. And when it fails, we return to something older, something human. Total collapse. Most of us can't imagine this. We've never seen it. But societal collapse is real. It means no government, no police, no hospitals, no stores, no internet, no power grid, no currency, no rules. Everything you thought was permanent isn't. The money question. When society collapses, every form of money becomes identical, worthless. Your cash, just paper, your credit cards, plastic rectangles, your stocks, digital fantasies, your Bitcoin, trapped behind dead servers, your gold, too heavy to carry, too risky to show. None of it buys anything because there's nothing to buy. No stores, no structure, no system. The only economy left. In total collapse, only two things have value. Things you can make and things you can do. Can you grow food? You're rich. Can you purify water? You're valuable. Can you treat infections? You're essential. Can you fix things? People need you. Everything returns to the most basic question. Can you help people survive? But even here, even with useful skills, there's a darker truth. The hard reality. Imagine you can grow food. Wonderful. You have value, but you can't grow enough for everyone. You can't feed your whole town. So who do you feed? Your family? Obviously. Your neighbors? Maybe. Strangers? Probably not. This is the uncomfortable truth. In collapse, communities become tribes. And tribes have boundaries. People who seem nice and friendly when times were good become suspicious when survival is at stake. That church community that talked about love and fellowship. They'll help their members first. That neighborhood that seems so friendly, they'll protect their own. The outsider problem. Here's something nobody talks about. If you try to join a community after collapse, you're an outsider. You don't share their history. You weren't there during the hard times. You don't know their stories, their struggles, their private jokes. Communities that survive are built on years of shared experience. They're built on trust that develops slowly, over time, through difficulty. You can't fake that. You can't speedrun it. This is why people who study collapse say the same thing over and over. Build community now, before you need it. Because when you need it, it's too late to start. The Stone Age returns. Total societal collapse isn't like going back to the 1800s. It's like going back 10,000 years. Someone needs to grow food and share it with you. Someone needs to help you build shelter. Someone needs to treat your wounds. And they need to do all of this without being paid. Why would they do that? Only one reason. Because you're part of their tribe. Because they trust you. Because you've helped them before. Because you're family, in the oldest sense of the word. That's community. So let's answer the question we started with. What survives when money fails? Not cash. It burns, floods, or becomes worthless. Not gold. It's too heavy, too hard to use, too easy to steal. Not crypto. It needs technology that might not exist. Not even skills, because skills alone don't guarantee anyone will help you. The only thing that survives every scenario is community. Human beings helping each other, people sharing resources, individuals with different skills supporting each other. That's what survived the Great Depression. That's what survived wars and famines and plagues throughout history. We evolved as tribal creatures. We survived as a species not because we were the strongest or fastest, but because we worked together. We shared food. We protected each other. We raised each other's children. For the last few hundred years, money let us outsource community. We paid strangers to feed us, house us, heal us. We didn't need tribes anymore. We could survive alone, but that's an illusion, a comfortable, convenient illusion. And when that illusion cracks, whether through disaster, economic collapse, or societal breakdown, we remember the truth. We need each other. The question isn't whether you have money, gold, or Bitcoin. The question is, when everything fails, who will help you? And who will you help? Build those connections now. Not because collapse is coming tomorrow, but because community, real community, is what makes us human. It's what always mattered. We just forgot for a while. The hard truth. Here's what most people don't want to hear. You can't buy your way out of collapse. No amount of money, stored in any form, will save you if you're alone. The rich man with a bunker full of gold and canned food still needs other people. Someone to help guard it. Someone to help eat it. Someone to make life worth living. Humans are social creatures. We always have been. We survived ice ages and predators and plagues, not because we were the strongest or the fastest, but because we worked together. Community is the original currency, the first currency, the last currency, building what matters. So, what should you do? Keep some cash on hand for disasters. Small bills, enough for a couple weeks of basics. Maybe diversify your assets if you're worried about partial collapse. Some stocks, some alternative currencies, whatever helps you sleep at night. But more than anything, invest in people. Know your neighbors. Help them when you can. Build real relationships. Join groups. Create connections. Be someone people want to help when times get tough. Because when money fails, and history shows us it will fail eventually, somewhere, somehow, the only thing that survives is the web of human connection. The people who know your name, the people who remember when you helped them, the people who see you as part of their tribe. Money is an illusion, a shared belief, a story we tell ourselves. Community is real, it's ancient, it's in our DNA. And when the illusion fails, reality is all we have left. The question isn't whether you'll survive economic collapse. The question is, who will be standing with you when it happens? Money is temporary. Community is forever. Thanks for watching. If this made you think differently about money and survival, subscribe for more deep dives into the systems that run our world and what happens when they break. See you in the next one.